Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another capsule series selection. Today, I want to get into a list. As you know, I love talking about different styles of fragrances. And today I want to talk about a casual aspect of fragrances that we all can get into as ladies and gentlemen in this fragrance game. I want to talk about sophisticated serenity as well as casual charm and serenity. There are certain fragrances in my collection that I use, and there's a note in particular that I use often when it comes to casual fragrance wearing that really gives a certain amount of appeal to me as a fragrance wearer while also having that sophisticated charm about myself. That note to me is the note of mandarin orange, blood orange, and just like a tangerine. That specific citrus accord to me brings in a certain casualness to a fragrance while also being a certain sensuality to it as well. So if this sounds like the type of content you think you'll enjoy, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. Gentlemen, welcome to the Dry Dial, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuance of scent, cigars, and wines. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's experience. As I stated, we're going to drive into a nice, compelling list for you guys, a very casual list while also bringing in a certain sensuality and serenity to your fragrance-wearing wardrobe. Today, I want to start out with a fragrance from the house of KAJAL, that is KAJAL HOMME 1. This is a very sophisticated scent that I know will bring compliments to any wearer of this particular scent. This is a masculine scent, so you ladies, you may have to step back from this one, but for the guys, this is a scent based around a very succulent red grapefruit, tangerine, and mandarin orange while having a black currant opening. A very sensual mid of cardamom, cashmere wood, guaiac wood, and orange blossom, which brings in a nice sophistication and casualty to it. Then you go into this sensual base, and that's what this list is about. Casual, yet sensual and serenity-like. The base of this is just one of those best oriental style of sweet, spicy, woody fragrances that you can come across. It's built off of musk, patchouli, sandalwood, tonka bean, oud, and vanilla. So when it comes off into that extra sensuality mood you want to be in when you wear your fragrances while also still staying simply casual, this is the perfect scent for you gentlemen who wants to bring in that elevated essence. Very just not opulent, not overbearing, not inappropriate for anything out of the realm of casualty, but it is a scent that brings a certain sexual innuendo about you. This was a scent built by two of the best perfumers in the game, which is Chris Cabanel, who does most of the fragrances for Xerjoff, and Rosendo Matul, who came about with the number 5 floral woody musk that has just taken the fragrance game by storm. They put together a great fragrance that's really driven by woody accords with spicy sweetness, but has that very, very intriguing and uplifting opening that goes throughout the fragrance, and that is the mandarin and the grapefruit. You can't go wrong with this particular scent, especially these masculine. It's one that has that just inalienable feel about you. You have the air about yourself. No one could take you off your pedestal. You have a power and a reverence about yourself when you wear this particular scent. That's why I love this particular scent, KAJAL HOMME 1, and I recommend to any gentleman wanting to get into the fragrance game that wants to creep into niche fragrances while still staying somewhere in the designer appeal range. This is a great compliment manic for you guys. Once again, KAJAL HOMME by the house of KAJAL. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, what better way to bring up just a sense of Next up, guys, what better way to bring up a sense of sensuousness and carnal lust than to bring up the scent of Soul Cafe by the house of FAIRE. A great independent perfumer out of Atlanta has come up with this concoction, and anyone I've recommended this particular fragrance to has gotten their just due from it. This is one of the best orange blossom, or not orange blossom, but orange, blood orange fragrances on the market today. This is one that's very fruity, woody, spicy, citrus, and gourmand feeling, while also being a scent that is just a peace of mind when it comes to serenity. It has fragrance notes like coffee, amberwood, bergamot, like I said, blood orange, tonka bean, patchouli, tobacco, lavender, a very wonderful musk accord in this particular scent. This is one of the best fragrances that you can get under $150 in my honest opinion, that lasts for hours and hours on end, presents a great sensibility about yourself that is cool, calm, collected, casual feeling, and just laid back, relaxed. I adore this particular scent, especially on date nights throughout the spring, summer, and fall. It's a just Phenomenal scent that's done in layers that you will love to project off your skin. You open up with that blood orange and amberwood with that fixative of just great woodiness but sweetness. Then it goes into this Arabian coffee accord in the mid with combined with that blood orange. It then brings up a nice, just lustrous and a luscious feel of black pepper and lavender with this aromatic feel. Once that all dries down, the blood orange stays on top of a tobacco, oud, patchouli, and fresh musk mix, and it is phenomenal. This is one of the best scents, like I stated, that you can pick up for 150 bucks. I believe it may be around the 110 mark now, but this is Soul Cafe by the House of Savoir Faire. One that has, again, touching stone of orange. Just the blood orange in this is phenomenal. If you guys haven't gotten your nose on this, please do get your nose on Savoir Faire's Soul Cafe. Phenomenal scent. So next up on this list, guys, one that is, I picked up this particular fragrance a few years back and I put it away in the back of my collection for no other reason that it was just something that wasn't calling my name at the particular moment. And that's the honest truth. But now, after going through my collection and what I wanted to put out for a spring and summer list and then a spring and summer feel, I stumbled upon this one in the back of my collection and now I cannot get enough of it. I've been wearing this particular fragrance as my morning fragrance, my gym fragrance, and it's one of those particular fragrances that really brings a sense of calm and surrealism about you in the day. It's just a phenomenal, phenomenal scent. This is Atelier Cologne Orange Sanguine. And the definition of sanguine is orange or red. This is built off one of the best accords of Italian blood orange, Spanish bitter orange, red mandarin orange. As you can see, this particular scent is based off the most spectacular, mouth-watering orange accords. It then goes into this nice, sweet Chinese geranium, which it just propels itself over a bed of Australian sandalwood, which is the derivative of Mysore sandalwood. That's where they planted the seeds of Mysore sandalwood, and those trees have flourished in Australia, and this picks up one of the best sandalwood accords. It then goes across a Brazilian tonka bean, which these are all natural, no synthetic oils in this. This is Texas cedar, Australian sandalwood, Brazilian tonka bean, Madagascar pepper, Egyptian jasmine, Chinese geranium. All of these high quality oils and placed inside this Atelier Cologne Orange Sanguine. And it is a phenomenal scent. This is going to be my scent of the day, basically, because I love the way this is coming off of my skin right now. It's light and effervescent in the opening. It will surprise you how well developing this scent is. It's no slouch in the performance department. It says it's a cologne, intense cologne or cologne absolute. They perform like EDPs like no other, sometimes projecting better and lasting longer than some EDPs in my collection, I must admit. This is a great scent for anybody who wants that feel that I've placed this category around, which is that Serenity feel. Very calm, very relaxing, very laid back, while also having a bit of sensuality about yourself because of the base notes come up with that tonka bean, the geranium, jasmine, the Madagascar sandalwood. Really create an ambiance about yourself. And it has that opening that's forever present with that Italian blood orange, red mandarin orange, and that Spanish bitter orange. Makes this one of the most spectacular orange fragrances that you can pick up. If you're afraid to know what orange does for your skin and you want something that's not pricey, that was on the market at a great price of about $140, $150, and now is an even better price, around 70 bucks if you can find it in places like discounters, this is the scent for you. It's off the beaten path when it comes to citrus fragrances. We don't always go toward the mandarins or the oranges, but I can guarantee you with this particular scent, for the price you pay for it, the longevity it has, the projection it has, the feel that it gives you, you won't be disappointed in Orange Sanguine by the House of Atelier Decas. Great, great fragrance. It's one that's really calming. As you smell it around you, the room fills with that orange accord. It's very nice. It's very vibrant, very elegant feeling while also being playful and at the same time sophisticated. You really go into a different category of fragrance wearing when you wear this particular scent. I would not suggest wearing one like this every day because it creates a sense about you that you don't want to get tired of. And if you wear this particular scent every day, then that orange will become mundane, and you don't want that. You want this particular scent to uplift you, bring a certain vibrance about you, and bring a certain savoir-faire about you. So that is Orange Sanguine by the House of Atelier Cologne, a great fragrance that has this orange accord. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to a fragrance that I don't hear much about for some reason in YouTube space. I've heard about it in some forums when I hear or read about certain fragrances, but for me, I want to introduce you guys to one of my newest fragrances in my collection. And you know, when we talk about the House of Electimuss, we're talking about high quality fragrances. This is the fragrance TRAJAN. TRAJAN is built off of blood orange, bergamot, mandarin orange, and lemon in the opening. Phenomenal saffron, lavender, and sage in the mid. So it's this blood orange, just succulent orange feel across the aromatic, spicy mid with ambergris, cedarwood, and oak moss in the base. This scent here is one of the compliment magnets for the summer, going into spring and summer. I don't know what you've heard about this particular scent. It has a resemblance to Baccarat Rouge 540. But to me, this particular scent has much more of a prevalent feel of that blood orange along with the mandarin and that sweet lemon. To me, that accord alone creates one of the best compliment style of fragrances that you can put on your skin, especially through the summertime. It's a great fruity fragrance, nice and spicy, fresh. It's somewhat synthetic, but that's not a problem for this particular scent profile because of that amberwood that's in this particular scent. But you want this one on your skin, fellas. This one here, I've worn it quite a few times in the last few weeks to see how the projection would be and how the profile would come off of my skin. Each time I wore it out in public, grocery store, convenience store, even to the mall to go pick up some items I needed at the Polo store, got a compliment on this particular scent. This is TRAJAN. Really, really nicely done orange fragrance. Both of the oranges that you want, the mandarin and the blood orange. Then goes into the sophisticated mid, like I said, saffron, lavender, and sage. Across the ambergris, cedarwood, and oak moss base. Has this prevailing sweetness of the amberwood and blood orange. Yes, it does, like I stated, has some Baccarat Rouge 540 resemblance, but it's about a 20% differentiator between the two fragrances, which both to me are great fragrances to have for compliment's sake. But this one here, much more, when people say the Baccarat Rouge doesn't perform, they can't smell that amberwood or it dries down to their skin, they can't smell it around themselves, this one will not give you that particular problem. TRAJAN is Electimuss, and Electimuss make sure that people around you smell with them with 5 feet, and this one is low snouts in that particular category as well. A great fragrance for any of you guys looking for a projection, magnetizing scent that creates a great waft behind you. Starts off abruptly with that orange, and then it succeeds to that saffron, then that amber. Just a phenomenal sweet scent that's great with that citrus opening. Once again, TRAJAN by the House of Electimuss. Gentlemen, ladies, last but not least on this particular list, I had to give you one that had a luxurious feel to it. Xerjoff always makes fragrances that come off, if not tonally opulent, just strident opulent. And what I mean by that, sometimes when you put on a Xerjoff, you don't have to try to be in a luxurious feeling mood. They just put you there. This one here has a great casualness to the opulence and luxurious feel while also having a serene feel because it has that Calabrian mandarin orange in it that opens up around a tuberose and tobacco that goes into a great mid of a Paponax and benzoin, which is two resinous, just spectacularly done resinous accords that have a trailing of balsam notes and musk at the base with a bourbon vanilla. Whatever Chris Cabanel was thinking about when he made this, this was for a decade-long anniversary for this particular collection, which is the 1717 collection, I believe. Off the top of my head, I'm recalling 1717 collection where they have Zafiro, Renaissance, and Naxos as a part of that collection. This was the fourth fragrance in that collection, and they did no wrong with this one when it comes to a summer opulent feeling fragrance. It's really, really fruity, really sweet, creamy, and floral, but it's not anything that leans feminine. It's perfectly down the unisex line, to me at least. The only thing that will be putting off to any gentleman for this particular scent is the tuberose. It's not something that comes off in a flash of florals. It's more of a indolic feel like you will smell in certain jasmines. So if you're not used to that white floral fleshy sensuality, this won't be for you. But if you're used to that white floral fleshiness, that really carnal sensuality, this fragrance will grow off spectacularly for you. It's a bit powdery, creamy, spicy, like I stated, and a phenomenal scent that opens up with that Calabrian orange. For me, I can't wait to put this on my skin. I'm one who kind of stays away from a lot of high fruity fragrances like the Herba Pures. They're coming into my realm of where I've had them in my collection for quite some time. But I haven't been always one that was attracted to wearing of them. This one here really captures me with the white musk accord, that fruity Calabrian lemon, that white fleshy tuberose, and that benzoin mid with the Paponax. It goes on like I stated. You will be just bombarded in the first 5 to 15 minutes with that tuberose. Once it starts to dry down, you get a great relaxing feel from the benzoin, apopanax, and iris, which is more orris root in my honest opinion. So it's not really the iris flower which can become makeupy. It's more of that carnal orris root that be more of a musk animalic. Then it goes into that very just sensuous base with vanilla and balsams notes. They don't give a particular balsam of what they put in this, but it could be Tolu balsam, which I smelled in a lot of Xerjoff fragrances before, and it seems to be the balsam that they use. A great fragrance for me to wear with great appeal, great serenity, and great casual feel to it. It combines those notes perfectly. The fragrance wears for about 4 or 5 hours on the skin, projecting at about 2 to 3 feet. It then calms down to a great sensual, head-turning, head-laying on your chest style of fragrance that's very comfortable. Great for summer parties, great for beach parties, great for beach going, great for lively events that are in the summertime, great for pulling in people with the natural smell of that Calabrian mandarin, also with that tobacco and tuberose, which tuberose to me has now become one of those white florals that fall into the line of petitgrain and jasmine and things like neroli, where they're white floral. You have to get your head around what it's doing for you, and once you do, you will become addicted to some of the scents that come off with that certain fragrance note. So once again, last but not least in this particular list of casual, serenity, and comfort, sophistication when it comes to sensuality, Decas by the House of Xerjoff. Get your nose on that one if you can, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been my video for you guys today. I hope, as always, you got something entertaining and educational from this particular video. And if you did, all that I asked you do is hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the bell button to let the algorithm know you're interested in these videos and want to see them every time I post. And I'll be grateful for you doing that. Anytime you guys have a comment, just leave it below. A question, leave it below. Talk to me on my IG as well. That's down below or in the description above. Always here for you guys. Always welcome to these conversations. As always, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you stayed long enough beyond the credits and wanted to see something special, I want to introduce you guys to Orange and Santal, a fragrance that goes firmly in this list. This is one that I've been sampling, and I intend on picking up a bottle for under $100, and this is one that goes great inside of this collection of fragrances. It's built off of a great orange accord and, of course, sandalwood, denoting Orange and Santal. This is a scent done by Essential Parfums, which does one of my favorite fragrances for spring and summer, which is Bois Imperial. Great fragrance house, as you see here. This is the sample that I got, the official sample. I'm wearing myself through this one, and I'm enjoying every bit of it within the realm of casual sensuality and sophisticated, charming serenity. Once again, if you guys stayed this long, I thank you for staying this long and looking into this sample with me. I recommend that you guys get this sample, or even, like me, I'm going to purchase a bottle of this particular scent. Great calming, great sensuality, great serenity, great fragrance to wear overall. Done by Essential Parfums. 98% natural oils are used in this particular perfume, so it's one of those fragrances that has very few synthetics, if any at all, and it wears fantastically, it projects fantastic, and it smells phenomenal. Once again, thanks for watching. This is Orange Santal, what I've been testing and intend on purchasing next. Once again, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.